Today on Shop Nation, we make a serious upgrade to the garage and make a workstation out of Lista cabinets. For today's project, I'm going to be addressing this back wall of the shop, specifically this workbench. Now, I actually built this workbench in my last house to be sort of a mobile workstation because my garage was a lot more compact at the time. It's a great little workbench, but it's not the best use of space for my small shop. And to maximize that space, we're going to replace this with a workstation made up of Lista cabinets. Now, if you've never heard of Lista, it's a brand of really heavy-duty cabinets used in typically labs, machine shops, and generally manufacturing environments. These things are built more like heavy-duty toolboxes than cabinets, so they'll not only last forever, but can hold quite a bit of weight in each drawer. So, first things first, let's get this old workbench out of the way, clear it out, make room for the new cabinets. So you can see from a storage perspective, the Lista cabinets have a little bit more to offer than the workbench that we took out. Now, it doesn't offer the same bulk storage. If you remember, the workbench had a dehumidifier and a generator on it. All of that is going to be moving or leaving the shop anyways, and I need more of this type of storage. Now, these cabinets provide an excellent base on which to work, but we still need a surface to work, so we're going to add that next. Luckily, the gentleman who I bought the cabinets from was already using it as a workbench of sorts, and he included this giant slab of butcher block. Now for him, he had it more set up like a desk. He had both cabinets on the outside and this sort of long butcher block spanning the two. Now, because my cabinets are pushed right up against each other, I don't need that gap in the middle, thus I need to shorten the whole piece. I also need to shorten the depth of the surface as well. Now you can tell this thing wasn't a showpiece, it was actually used, which is great. It's got divots and marks and chips. So once we've got it cut down to size, I'm gonna go back and sand the top and then seal it. This hunk of wood is way too heavy to manhandle on the table saw, so I'm gonna cut it down with a circular saw. I had to get creative with clamping here, so I ended up just screwing it to the scrap side of the top. Pro tip, set the depth of your saw blade to account for the crosscut guide. Come on. To remove the years of banging, spilling, and scraping, I'm starting with 80 grit sandpaper. Now, I don't actually want to remove all of the scratches. I think it actually adds character. I just want to take off all of the varnish and coatings and paint that have kind of built up over the years. To smooth out the butcher block, I finished it off with 120 grit. To keep this secure on the cabinet, I'm installing two guides on the underside that rides on either side of the cabinet. It'll make more sense once I flip it over. But this should prevent the top from sliding off inadvertently. Now, this was a great quick project, but it added a ton of capacity to my shop. Now, I don't need the drawer space. I can't even fill up the drawers that we built for the ultimate cabinet, but I'm trying to plan ahead. I eventually, as you know, want to get into some level of machining, and this is a great spot for all of that tooling. Plus, any additional workspace that you can add to a shop is a win. Now, two more things I still need to do is add some polyurethane to the top to protect it. I'm not going to bore you with applying polyurethane, but I'm going to do 2 coats of this fast-drying oil-based polyurethane. And the final step is a little bit of branding. I'm going to add a Shop Nation sticker. If you're interested in buying a sticker, I have an Etsy store, if you didn't know, that will be linked in the description. Again, this was a pretty quick project, but a small project like this adds a ton of capacity to a shop like mine. Now, cabinets like these, such as these Lista cabinets, are not cheap to buy new, but definitely keep your eyes peeled on the resale market like Craigslist, estate sales, or even companies going out of business. If you work in a shop or a lab type environment, you've likely seen cabinets like this, and a lot of times employers will give employees first chance if they're getting rid of them, so keep your eyes peeled there too. Shop Nation, thank you again for watching. I can't say this enough, but I truly appreciate every view, every like, every comment. I really hope you enjoyed the video. More than anything, I hope it helped you in some way. If you'd like to see more content like this of building out a shop to maximize your productivity and efficiency, go ahead and subscribe. Real quick subscriber update, as of shooting this video, we are at 38,149. Still blows my mind every time I hear those numbers, so let's keep it up. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep pursuing shop greatness.